Brittany.
Hi, Dr. Jenkins.
It's good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Okay. Being that this is your first time here, did you find our office okay?
Yeah, I didn't really have any trouble.
Great, great. Okay, did you get a chance to sign the confidentiality papers that were at the front desk?
I received some paperwork. I wasn't quite sure what it was all about, but I'll be happy to sign anything before I leave.
Okay, great. If you'd like a copy of those papers, you're more than welcome to them. And I guess I'll start by explaining what they are. The confidentiality papers just means that I do not have the authority or right to discuss anything that we discuss in therapy with anyone else. Okay, thank
I
you.
feel so much better.
The only exception for that would be if you were to let me know that you were considering harming yourself or someone else. But other than that, everything that we talk about in here is strictly confidential.
Great.
Good. Okay, I hope that makes you a little more comfortable.
Yes.
So, before we get started, do you mind if I take notes?
Oh, sure.
Okay, great. So, let's start by you telling me why you're here today.
So, I'm married, and my husband would like to have a baby, and I do not want to have a baby.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is that you and your husband, or your husband, should I say, wants a baby and you're not quite ready about that, or?
No.
Okay, so may I ask, how long have you been married?
We've been happily married 15 years.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations. Okay, so let's roll back 15 years ago.
Okay.
When you were engaged and you were planning for this wedding, and you know how couples are, and you're sitting and you're talking about your future. Tell me what that vision looked like.
Well, 15 years ago, my husband and I were fresh out of high school,
Okay.
and we were just over the hills in love. But we were young, and we did discuss, having a family, getting married, and our idea of that did include children at the time.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is you all were high school sweethearts, and there's nothing wrong. You are in love, happily married. It's just that now has come the time and the vision
Yes.
that the family begins. So what is creating this hesitation for you when it comes to a baby?
Well, when we first discussed it, we were young. We were kids ourselves, so we had no idea of what really raising kids, would mean. It was just our young and, crazy ideas of this whole fantasy of what and how things would look like for us. But now I just began a career, and so I'm really excited about that. It's a new chapter in my life, and I really don't think that I could commit to having a kid and having such a responsibility.
Okay, so if what I'm hearing is correct, you're saying that when you all were young, you had this traditional vision of what marriage was supposed to look like. The husband takes care of the stay-home wife, you get your lives kind of going, and then comes baby. And what you're saying is, if I'm correct, that somewhere along the way, you kind of got off the traditional path, and now you're in the contemporary world where you're ready for your career.
Yes.
Okay, great. So, let's see. Is there any room in your life for a baby at all?
Not at this point.
Okay.
I really feel like, you know, for the, what, almost 14 years of our marriage, like, my husband was really focused and driven and creating his own success.
Oh.
And it was many hours of me being alone.
Okay.
I was a stay-at-home wife. And, you know, now I feel like I am kind of discovering myself
Okay.
outside of being a wife and outside of the commitment to my marriage. And I feel like I'm fulfilling my role as a wife already.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, what could be the problem? Why is it such of urgence for us to have a child?
Okay. So I'm hearing you say that you feel like everything is beautiful the way it is now. You're happy with him as a husband. You feel like you're putting 100% towards being the wife that you've promised him that you would be. And that at this point, after investing so much time and energy into his career, that it's time that you get the same opportunity for yourself. And is that correct?
Yes, finally somebody understands, but
Okay.
he doesn't.
Okay. So, how important is a baby to your husband? Is it just that it's a part of the plan, or is it something that he's really been waiting for?
You know, I don't know because, you know, he hasn't really brought it up before. It's
Okay.
just been now, like recently, you know, as I think about it, all this started to come up when I started to spend more time outside of the home,
Oh,
creating my career and trying to find my own success. And then all of a sudden, you know, I'm hearing baby, 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 and I just don't think it's fair.
okay. So could we say that change is kind of difficult maybe for your husband and you like change? Would it be fair to say that?
I
Okay.
think that's accurate.
Okay. Well, this is pretty interesting. I think these will be some good sessions here, and I think we'll be able to accomplish a lot. And maybe later on in the sessions, after we've had a couple of sessions, we can invite your husband in, and then we can kind of merge emotions and feelings and come up with an ultimate plan for you all. And hopefully these sessions will be beneficial in the end for you.
I
But,
hope
but
so.
right now, I want to ask you if you would have time. I know you're focused on your career.
So busy.
If you could just take out a little time for some homework.
Homework.
Well, let's say some fun time. We won't even call it homework.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't have to carry a baby or something, do I?
You don't have to, kids. Not one of those trick
Okay.
projects.
Okay.
We're not going to trick you into wanting to be a mom.
Okay.
What I would like for you to do right now, we're not even going to look at the baby. We're going to just focus on wants and needs from yourself and from your husband.
Okay.
And if you could, find just a good, quiet, serene place where you all can put all of the noise out and just focus on each other. And I'm going to ask if we could not take computers. That includes laptops and tablets.
Okay.
You can have your cell phone, put it on vibrate, and only important calls, because you want to just give each other that time. There's been a lot of focus on him. Now you're trying to focus on your career. So let's just say right now, at this moment, for this hour, we're just going to laugh. We're going to talk. We're going to talk about the past. We're going to talk about when we fell in love and what that felt like and how the sky was the limit. Because the way you talk about your marriage, when I look at you, you just have this glow.
Yes.
So at the end of this hour, ask him if he would write down his wants and his needs. But we're going to start with the needs first. And you do the same. Write down your needs, things that you can't live without in life.
Okay.
And then you go into your wants. These are some things that maybe I feel like I can't live without, but it's a want.
Okay.
And I don't want you to share them with each other right now.
Okay.
And I want you to, even during the week, just kind of pick up that paper and glance at it every now and then. Because during that time, they may change. Some wants, you may realize that was really a need, and some needs, you might realize, well, that's really just something that I want. And if you could bring that back to our next session, that would be great.
Okay.
Okay, it looks like we're coming close to the end of our hour. I've enjoyed you so much, and I'm just so excited to see how this is going to work out.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate you taking out the time to meet with me, and I look forward to our next session.
I do too. Great. I want you to have a good afternoon.
Bye.
Bye.